Well, here I am 4 months out from that major surgery for that reconstruction on my boobs from my cancer. And I have to admit that life has kind of like leveled out a bit. It's not so crazy and hectic, and things seem to have settled. I'm still busy and I've still got quite a few appointments, but everything doesn't seem to have that same kind of stress attached to it that it had over these previous few months. Recently seen my oncologist, and he's delighted with how everything's going now. Everything, all my test results, everything are coming through fine. It's so reassuring. I have got a few lumpy bits on my right breast, which he'd like to see removed. He doesn't want to see any lumps in my new breast. No lumps means there's no stress or no worrying about if someone feels, oh, there's a lump there. So that's something that I'll be talking to plastics about. The following day I did have plastics, and a bit of a funny story there. I saw a young male registrar first before I saw my surgeon, and it was actually a young registrar that I hadn't seen before. And he came in and he said, oh, no, he'd read all and heard all about me, and he said, let's have a look, and he had a look and he said, oh, they look fantastic, you must be really happy with them. And I said, well, actually, no, I'm not. You know, I said, my right one is basically collapsed and it's pretty lopsided. I'm really not that happy with it. And he said, oh, no, they look fine, they look great. And I said, well, no, they don't. And even my surgeon, when she saw me, you know, a few weeks ago, had also said that she wasn't really that happy with that. So he said, oh, look, well, I'll see what Sally's got to say when she comes in, but I'm sure she'll be really happy with that as well. And anyway, my surgeon did walk in, she took one look and said, right, we're going back to theatre, that's not okay. That's not a good look. And I just thought, yeah, come on, man, you need to just sort it out. Just because I've got new boobs doesn't mean that I should have to accept that I've got lopsided ones or not. I really did want to make sure that I went through this whole reconstruction so that I had two nice looking boobs at the end of it. Well, as nice as reconstructed boobs can look. So that was a bit funny, but so anyway, yes, I am off back to theatre sometime in the next couple of months to have reconstruction on my reconstruction. And then once that's all healed, I'll be going back to get nipples. And then once that's all healed, I'll get tattooing done to bring the colour correct on the new nipples. So I still have a wee bit going on, but everything seems so settled at the moment. I've joined a gym, and I joined that last week. And how many times have I been to the gym since I've joined? None. I'm working on that. The thought was there and I've joined the gym, so that's a good start. I just need to get there now. I'm still on my warfarin for my blood clots, and that's still proving to be a bit tricky. We still don't seem to be able to get my levels to be stable, so I'm still having to have weekly blood tests at the moment. That's a bit of a pain, but I don't know, that'll soon sort itself out. I've got an appointment with a haematologist next month. We need to be discussing what's going to happen when I finished my 6 months of warfarin, of my blood thinners, what happens with my cancer drugs and blood clots and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, putting it back into the hands of the specialist to make the best possible decision for me to keep me safe and well. One of the things from having my blood clots is that if I was to fly out of New Zealand, I have to have injections every time I fly. If I'm flying within New Zealand, that's okay, but if I fly further, then I need to have injections to thin that blood down. One of the other things I've actually started doing, which is a bit of a shock, horror, surprise for me, that I've actually started doing some counselling just to get my head around these last few years, what's gone on. And I have to admit, I'm actually quite enjoying it. And I don't know if I'm enjoying it because the very first day I just about had the counsellor in tears when I told her my story, or whether it's just great to get it all off my chest to someone that has no connection to anyone or anything that I know or do. So yeah, I went ahead and bit the bullet and did a bit of counselling, so we'll see how that goes. So boob size has always been one of those paramount questions that everybody asks me, whether it be all my family and friends or whether it be even the specialists. What size do you want to be, Sarah? What size are you? And what size have you ended up being? Well, the other day I thought, crikey, I'm sick of wearing these wee soft pull over the top bras. It's time I really went and got some new decent sexy looking bras for these new boobs. And so I went and had a fitting, and I was in fact a C cup, which kind of like surprised me because I was really hoping to be more of a B, a bit smaller. So yeah, to be a bit bigger. But they told me that when they removed my other breast that they took off 710 grams, therefore that's what they chose to put back on, was 710 grams per side. So yeah, so it's time to get on and find some nice sexy looking size 14C bras.